Hi, welcome. This is Let It Be Budget. My name is Karen, and on my channel I do everything related to budgeting. Today I'm going to be doing my budget with me for December, and I'm going to try to establish a cash plan. I'm going to try to do it a little bit different. So, kind of seeing, I do everything monthly, except for my cash planning, I do it bi-weekly. I think I'm going to attempt to go weekly on this, and I have a couple of adjustments that I need to make. So if it starts getting too long, I will not make you sit through this, and I'll cut the recording, but hopefully I can get this together. I'm going to try. So I'm going to start. This is how I do my my budget. I budget for a month. I'm retired. I have a fixed income. I'm married. My husband does have a small business. He gets a variable income. So it's just easiest for me. I can estimate what we're going to bring in per month. I do it at the lowest amount that we bring in. And then I go from there. So this way, for me, it's easiest. So let's go ahead. I use a clipboard. It's what I'm used to. Everything used to be on a clipboard, and that's where I'm comfortable. So I use a clipboard. I use a one-page calendar where I'm very happy, and this just contains my fixed expenses, and if there's anything going on down in my notes, I can put a note in, and then I know what's going, if there's any changes for the month. I'm going to go ahead and date this. And I go from Sunday to Saturday. So Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. That's how my weeks work. And I usually do things by weeks. I pay my bills twice a month. So in the beginning of the month, usually around the 9th or so, and then in the middle of the month around the 20th. And that seems to work well for me. So 1, 2, 3. I'm just going to go ahead and date this. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Probably don't want to hear that. Sorry. 21, 22, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, and 30. I didn't look to see if I had 31 days. Jeez. It's not going to make any difference with this. But I do that. Okay. So if you look on my last month calendar, you'll see the green areas. And the green is my spend areas. If I spend, I spent on the 24th. Okay, so I gotta mark that in. I've had 3 spend days this month so far. So, but my spend days are what I don't plan on spending for money, because I save money for different things, and I go ahead and do those things, and they're part of my expenses, but they're not. I don't consider them spend days. So, and then the pink is just when we get paid. So there's my calendar, and I've got a new thing for my monthly budget planner for next year. I found something that was really neat, and it'll include, I have this little calendar. It's a 12-month calendar thing, and it just tells me when I have like my annual or biannual things are due. Like in December, I have my car insurance. So let me make sure here. Because we had a new, yep, June and December is when it's due. So on my notes, I'm going to say car insurance is due. So that way I know to look for it. On the side here, this is a running list for my bank, like my main thing in my bank, just for where I pay my bills. It's not my savings area. This is just where I do bill pay. So I keep a running list of what's going on. And right now, like, I only have one thing to come in, and it may have come in and I did not check this morning yet, so not gonna worry about it. So probably, more than likely, by the 5th is when I'll pay. I have mortgage. I'm gonna put City down. That is my credit card. I paid that off, but I do have 2 recurring things on there on a monthly basis that I equal to like $15. And then if I use any other, then I have an envelope in my wallet for deposit to the bank to pay whatever I spent on the credit card. So this is how I'm working it. So I'm writing the credit card down, but it's not that I'm in debt with my credit card. I'm still in debt with my car. So that's my next goal, is to get that paid off. So I know I'll have water, AM funds, and golden rule. Okay, so that's my first of the month, and then the second of the month will get paid. I get paid on the 3rd Wednesday. So I'll say on the 18th I'll pay. The hospital is paid automatically. I'm on a payment system for that because I get regular medication, and that helps me cover with the cost of what it is. So, and then my car payment, I have my electric, my gas, that's to heat my home. I have my phone, not just my phone, but my husband's phone too, and Kinetic, Washington National. I never know when that one's coming out. NNC LIC. All right. And so these are my fixed expenses. So that one's good. Then what I do, I'm not going to fill this one out yet. Give me a second here. I'm going to fill these two. Just put the date on. This is, I track, since April last year, I track all my expenses. And it helps me keep in line with my spending and make me more aware. And also it helps me to see where I need to make adjustments in my budgeting. So that's my expense tracker. I also, as well as my expense tracker, I kind of do a weekly check-in on my variable expenses. So that way I can keep track of like food costs or whatever. So those are done. Okay. I didn't need that. I don't need one of these. Okay. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, I'll just leave these under here and put this under because I don't need this now. And this is my budget for the month. So I always have a rollover. And as far as I just go by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever paychecks he gets, because he has his own business, so it varies. I can't judge it. I just know the minimum amount he normally brings in, and I established that by going through like 6 months of our bank statements and stuff. So I was able to go through there. So I don't need the expense tracker down. I don't need that one down. There we go. Alrighty. I don't need that one down. And I took my budget away. Okay. So this will be for December. And I have not closed out my November yet, so. On my fixed expenses, I have my mortgage. And that is $778. AM funds is $50. Water, water this month was $35. I'm gonna put it down for $45. I never know what it's gonna be. So if I hit 45, then I know I'm gonna cover it. So that's how I do that. My sewer is not due this month, it's every other month, and I paid it in November. So then I have my golden, I'm gonna put down my city. I don't know what I owe. I'll have to look in my thing, but I don't know how I'm going to do that. I think I'm just going to write down the actual amount and not try to budget it, and just make sure it's under my actual amount that I spend. So then I have my hospital. Oh, I forgot golden rule. Alright. So the hospital is $35 per month. My golden rule is $51. That's not mine, it's my husband's, one of his insurances. My car payment is $397. My electric is going up now. So I paid $124, and I had budgeted $125. So I think that we're starting to get colder weather. I think that I'm going to budget $150. It'll probably be low. I do have in my buffer savings, I do have like $400 or $500 saved to try to cover some of these utility costs that get higher in the winter. So hopefully that'll help compensate some, and I'm just going to say $150. My gas stays the same because I'm on a payment plan for that, so that's $84 per month. My phone usually runs around $120. Washington National, that is $82. Kinetic, they went up. I'm upset with that. It's $88, for gosh sakes. Oh, $89, sorry, because they have some change in there too. So, and then NC LIC is $99. So that's what I have there, and I'm not going to budget for, you know, kind of make up a number for my city credit card, because sometimes I have to use the credit card. But I don't use it unless I have the money in my envelopes to reimburse it. And that I've been doing since January, so I'm almost a year doing that, and that has worked awesome for me. So then in my variable expenses, I have groceries. So far, I went down to $700 a month from $800 a month, and we've been doing well with that. My pet is going to increase, and I'm going to increase my pet to $80 per month because I got a new puppy. And gas for my car, I do $120. For miscellaneous, so far with this miscellaneous, we're doing all right at $220. For eating out, because we eat out with our friends on a weekly basis, I budget $200 per month. For my personal spending, I save $65 a month for me. I might have to go up more, depends on for my hair. So, because I know that she bumped that up like $10 a month. And then plus I go out with my Red Hat ladies. But during the winter when it's really snowy and cold, we don't go. We don't meet for lunch. That'll be a few months that I'll have money accumulating. So I'm not going to worry about increasing my savings yet on that. And my hubs, we have $80 he gets per month. And let's see, that usually runs $14.35. And it stays pretty consistent, and that's the money I try to keep my spending within for the whole month. When I do my weekly check-ins, I like to make sure I'm staying in that bound. So my sinking funds, my account 2, whoops, it would be good if I could spell. I budget $152 per month for that, and that's my annual and biannual expenses. I save monthly for those things. And I started a new binder. It's going to, since that money is directly deposited into my bucket area for the sinking funds, I'm doing a simulation cash stuffing of that with prop money. But it gives me a sense of what how I'm saving and how I'm doing with my savings with that. So that was a new one. My escrow, I save $80 per month. I may be changing that over if my escrow doesn't elevate this year. I'm gonna state that I'm gonna assume that my escrow is fully funded for my extra escrow, and I'm going to transfer the monies that I'm saving per month into my 1 month ahead. So I have to see what's going on in December. So I have car maintenance, I save $50 per month. House maintenance, I save $50 per month. And I do this on a regular basis because I'm trying to get them built up, and you end up spending them. So I'm just going to keep it. My health is, I save $50 per month for that. And I use that like for, if you have to go to the doctor appointment, you have to pay the co-pays or whatever, or supplements and such like that. I save $50 per month for emergency. And that's basically more kind of like what's at home. Although when I get too much, then I transfer that money into my savings in the bank. So, and it comes in handy. My hobbies right now, I save $20 per month. My giving is changed right now because it's fully funded. And right now I am using that for medical. And medical I'm saving a bit of money to go towards I may be put on a medication that's a little bit more expensive that I have to cover some of the cost for, and hopefully this will help compensate with that. I don't know what the medicine costs anything. I'm just starting to save. So, and then Christmas, I save $50 per month for that. My 1 month ahead, I save $108. Save with Judy is a game that I play on Sundays, and that money goes into my 1 month ahead. But I like playing the game, and that's $80 per month. And then I have my savings. Right now I'm doing 2 savings. So, both of them I save $200 per month. And one is for new phones, and the other one is my regular savings. And I am starting a new savings for Sadie, and this will be like this, save on a yearly basis for her yearly checkup and whatever, and any extras that she needs to have. And I'm saving $20 per month for that. And I started this savings with, I had $50 from the I had removed savings money from my savings to pay for her and get all her needs. So I had $50 extra, so I put that in this envelope here. So I got to start with that. And my sinking fund total is going to change. I'm not going to go through my calculator. I am terrible with it in front of you guys. I can do it. I'm just terrible with it. So I think that we're going to essentially be the same. It's going to be like $11.50 per month is what I save out for my sinking funds. And then right now I'm not doing extra debt. Hopefully in January I'm going to start making an extra car payment. And if I do that, I think I owe like $7,000 on my car. I should be able to pay the car off in 10 months. That's my goal. But that I'm starting in January, so I'm not putting that down right now. And then that's it for that. So I'm definitely not gonna do my do my calculator. It's terrible. Okay, so my cash planning, I cash stuff, my variable expenses, my fixed expenses, that money goes to the bank, and I do everything in my bank. So I don't, everything as far as my fixed expenses go through my bank. Other than that, my cash planning is for my variable expenses. So this will be number 1. So we have groceries. This one's going to be, where did I put it? Here it is. Alright, so I have groceries, pet, gas, miscellaneous, eating out, we have, my personal, Hubs, that's my husband's, and I do a buffer. I do $5 every 2 weeks. I just put it in there and keep it in there in case I need it. So let's see, my 1 month ahead, save with Judy. My giving, I'm changing that over to, what did I say I was changing it over to? Oh, geez, Karen. Okay. Medical. So, I'm going to say medical, and I wrote down giving. I have a giving on my other thing. Okay, so we're going to put medical. I'm going to put medical down here on my old sheet so that I remember it. Yes. I have hobbies, Christmas, my minis. My minis are my 4 main sinking funds that I save for every month. That's the $50 a month one. My escrow, and then savings, and savings. I'm just going to put a 2 here. I probably should write a 2 on my budget thing too. I'm just going to make a 2 because that's for my, I'm saving for the glasses. All right. I'm so used to doing this for 2 weeks, guys. Okay. Let me see. So I'm increasing my pet up to $80, right? Yes. So we're increasing the pet up to 80. So 80 divided by 4. Give me $20 a week. I don't know if that's feasible. That's what I'm gonna write. So $20 per week. My groceries is $700 divided by 4. So I have $175 per week for groceries. My gas is $120. So that's $30 per week. My miscellaneous is $220. So that would be $55 per week. Our eating out, we get $50 per week. My personal, you know what I'm going to do? I'm just going to do these. I'm going to put $25 and $20 for George. So I'll just take my personal out every other week. Like I have been doing like every 2 weeks. So my buffer is 5. And the same with my buffer. When I do my buffer, I'll do my personal. That'll be every 2 weeks. So my 1 month ahead would be 108 divided by 4 is 27. And Judy is 80 divided by 4 is 20. And my medical is going to be $10 per week because it's $40 per month. So that's a $10 per week one. My hobbies is $10 every 2 weeks. So I'm just going to do my hobbies. I'm going to put a little star here. These are every other week. And I'll put myself a note down here, star, every other week. Okay, that'll work. My Christmas, I'm going to be saving $10 and $15 alternating. So let me see, because I have a new Christmas challenge that I'm starting. I start my Christmas challenges in December. So let's see what I got here. So it's $10 is the first week. So we're going to alternate $10 and $15. So that'll work. All right. So my minis, I save $200 per month. Yep, clear. 200 divided by 4 is $50 per week. So that's what we're going to save, is $50 per week. For my escrow, I save $40 per month. So that will be, or I mean $80 per month. So that'll be $20 per week. And my savings, it would be $50. Each one of these are $50 per week that I save. And then I didn't write down Sadie, so Sadie, for her extra, it will be $10 per week that I'm saving for Sadie. So let me see what that is in my total here. It'll, every other week it'll alternate though, because we'll have monies added. Or, yeah, added for my every other week things. So, but this will be close. 175 plus 20 plus 30. I'm thinking it'll be around 700. I'm not somewhere around there. Plus 55 plus 50 plus 25 plus 20 plus 5 plus 27 plus 20 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 50 plus 20 plus 50 plus 50 plus 10. Yeah, 637. I'll recount that before I do it all, but I'm going to write this here. So, and that's what I've been averaging when I go back through, and I'm having to take this down and doing them every 2 weeks. I'm running around 600, 612, plus I have my added. So this is what I've been doing, so that's all right. Okay. And then basically for my cash stuffing, especially for my savings challenges, I break down into the denominations of the monies that I want. But I have to sit here and think about it now if I'm going to be doing it per week. And this one from last week will help me because, last month, because I have it broken down. So that'll help me work with that. But this is how I'm doing my cash planning. And then I'm going to see about doing it on a weekly basis, because that seems like it might be easier to handle. I'm hoping. So you guys have an awesome day. Thank you if you spent your time with me. I appreciate it. If you have any suggestions, please let me know in the comments. I appreciate them. I'll be back tomorrow for my games day. And if you're new here, please consider subscribing. I could use subscribers. It's free, and it helps my channel to grow. I appreciate it. You guys have an awesome day, okay? Bye-bye now.